Has anyone ever told you, I like the way you think? What about you realizing that you are walking around the world seeing problems that other people can't even see? And then you start to formulate the solutions in your head. Have you always felt like you were called to do something different, but you couldn't quite figure out what that calling might be? Perhaps maybe you're destined to be an entrepreneur. Let's talk about it. Hi, my name is Yvette, and I am the founder of HappentoLife Co-work, an early stage co-working space that will offer workspace, childcare, food, and fitness all under one roof, returning the gift of time to its members here in Atlanta, Georgia. And I am also the quintessential everyday entrepreneur. And today I wanted to talk about something I've coined as the entrepreneurial spirit. I love saying that. Remember, being an entrepreneur does not start when you open a business. It's something that's always in you, and maybe you can't conceptualize it, but it's always there. I know it's always been there for me. So here are a few things to consider if you're trying to determine if you are called to be an entrepreneur. The first one is you see problems differently. You don't look at problems as, oh, what an inconvenience. Oh, I wish that I had money to fix the problem. You start thinking about a solution that you could build, or someone else that might have the skill set. You think about problems from the standpoint of, how can I make things better for myself and for other people? What's the solution? I call it a $1 million solution. Check out my video on how to create a $1 million solution. It really is about identifying a problem statement and figuring out a solution that people are willing to invest in to improve their lives. And so check that out. But the first consideration is that you see problems differently. It's not something to complain about, gripe about, it's something to solve, okay? The next thing that you want to consider if you're trying to understand what's that calling, what's that inkling that something in you, the path you're on, maybe could be changed. You feel pulled towards ownership. You may have a job that you go to every day. You may like the people that you work with. You may like the work that you do. But there's something in you that even hasn't been attracted to management. It's more about ownership. I want to own this business. I want to own this brand. I want to own this problem and the $1 million solution. And so being called to ownership, right? Seeing other entrepreneurs and aspiring to have something like that in your own right. You might not know what it is yet, what big problem you're going to solve, but you know that you're called to ownership. That's another thing that might be telling you something, okay? The third thing to consider is that you are willing to figure it out. You're willing to figure it out. And what that means is that entrepreneurship has a lot of uncertainty. But there's something in you and how you navigate your day-to-day life that feels like you have a certain appetite for uncertainty, educated uncertainty, intentional uncertainty, because you know that what you are doing is going to make a difference and you trust yourself. You may not have a business idea yet, but even in how you navigate your day-to-day life, your relationships, your career, your health, you know that you're going to figure it out. And you've proven to yourself in the past that you can figure out and solve big, hard problems. that might be telling you something about yourself. The thing to know about entrepreneurship is it looks very fancy and very distinguished and, ooh, I have my own business. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, which I'm sure that doesn't come as a surprise, but sometimes people need that reality check. It's a lot of work. And then once it actually works, it's still a lot of work to maintain it. You never stop working. So you either work for someone else or you work for yourself, but we're always going to be working. And those of us that are called to be entrepreneurs recognize that entrepreneurial spirit is not about having all the answers. It's about finding them, solutions to problems, knowing that we can make a difference in the world in a positive way, and then our lives can fundamentally change for the better. It's a trial and error process, but you can take educated risks. But first, do you recognize the entrepreneurial spirit in yourself? If you do, welcome to our community. Let's go on this ride together. Until next time, like, subscribe, watch another video. Do all the things. Take care.